my dream.
The 2016 Jared Cook Tip-Off Classic on SUVtv. Sponsored by CBA Sports, your sports construction specialist. Deed Chain. Great acts are made up of small deeds. Shot Tracker. Unleash your game. Automatic real-time stats for every level of play. And Gatorade, the thirst quencher.
We welcome you in to the nightcap of the 2016 Jared Cook Tip-Off Classic. Joel Hillsman, Sylvester Williams, and hopefully Brandon Clay will join us at some point. It is the Tucker Tigers taking on the Shiloh Generals, and this Shiloh bunch, a loaded bunch under head coach Kim Rivers. They enter 1-1. Tucker under head coach James Hardy, and this will be their first ball game of the season for the Tucker Tigers, who headlined by Joshua Kamen, who averaged 13.6 points, 4.7 boards, and 2.3 assists to go with 3.4 steals last year at Eastside in Newton County, now making the trip over to DeKalb, and we will get this thing underway. Shiloh in the white, they are the home squad, and they won the tip. It'll be Brian Coffey, number 20, Greg James, number 15, Thurman Massenberg, number 21, and Shamari McLeod, number 23, the starting lineup. For Tucker, coming in, as they come in and try to get the steal, then it's going to go and be out of bounds. Tucker in that beautiful burgundy with the gold numbers and white trim. It'll be Tavon Flowers, number 1, Colin Josephs, number 3, Joshua Kamen, number 10, number 21, Javon Tatum, and number 31, Nathaniel Ugbu. So here is Tatum. Tatum will hold it with the left hand and skip it across here as we are just underway. Opening possession here for the Tucker Tigers. Stop, pulls, a 3, back iron, no good. Rebound will come down to Shiloh and Colby Wyatt. They'll hold it now with Coffey. Coffey drives and an offensive foul. Foul called offensively on Colby Wyatt, his first and the team's first.
Player control foul, that's what they call that one, player control foul. Really, players out of control foul.
So now here is Tatum. Tatum will hold it, and they'll be out top and work it one hand with Flowers. Flowers now going to swing it over to Joseph. Joseph going to get it down low now. He's going to have it back out on the left wing. Ran away from the screen, kick it back to Kamens. Now back over to Flowers. Now here comes Joseph. Down, stop, picked up on the baseline. A minute gone by. Shiloh defensively not allowing anything now. Very tough, and now here coming out on the screen is Ogbu. And the passing lane shot stolen by Greg James. James gonna come on the break, leaning in, offensive foul on Greg James, his first and the team's second, a turnover.
Greg James kind of used that forearm to kind of clear out some space. Can't really do that in basketball.
So a turnover, Coach Kim Rivers standing down, and Coach Hardy now. Looking real nice, but got the towel going over there. So that means he already ready for it. Tucker working on it now. Coffey defensively got hit with the screen around. There's Ogbu. Ogbu going to pull the jumper. Good. Nathaniel Ogbu with the first field goal for Tucker.
The 10th grader. Lanky kid, kind of big kid out there too.
And a foul call, and let's see, that may be on Ogbu. Nope, this one is going to be on Javon Tatum, his first and the team's first.
You know, that's a good matchup right there for the 10th grader. This can be a great learning lesson for that 10th grader matching up against that massive man right there, number 21. He was one block shy of a triple-double last time he got on the court.
Exactly. 14 points, 14 boards, and a 3-ball here from Greg James is good. First field goal for the Shiloh Generals.
Now, before the broadcast, Marcus Burnett told me that Greg James was the best shooter in the state.
Yeah, he's tough, man. Greg James is tough. Puts the ball in the basket, and is just a sound basketball player overall. He's going to be asked to carry this squad. There's a 3-ball. I got one for you right back at you, says Trayvon Flowers. A deep ball.
Mr. Flowers, the junior.
McLeod working between the legs, gets the screen from Massenberg. Screen roll action wasn't there. Now they tried to feed it down into Massenberg, couldn't catch it cleanly out of bounds.
Thurman Massenberg. You got a name like Thurman, that demands respect. I'm Thurman. Thurman ain't that's not a little person name. You don't know any little Thurmans.
That's like the name Betty now for females. There's a 3 out of the corner. It's good. Josh Kamens, his first 3 as a Tucker Tiger.
Thurman, that's a grown man name.
That's like having a name Orenthal. Here comes James. James hesitates to the hoop, right hand. He lost his footing. Tap, no. Put back, up, no. They fight for it. Underneath, coming away with it now is Joseph for Tucker. Tucker in transition. Here's Joseph. Joseph surveying the floor. He peels it back out now, and they will get going. 3 minutes gone by. Ogbu, jumper, back iron, no. Tip, rebound will come down to Massenberg.
Ogbu's not afraid of that mid-range jumper.
He is not. Pushing it in transition now is McLeod. McLeod over to James. He stroked in another 3.
They said he could shoot from long range. They said he could shoot.
He's goosenecked 2 of them in there already. It's 8-6. He has all 6 for Shiloh. Shiloh won their first game of the season. Here, there's a steal by Coffey. Coffey to James. James on the break, leaning in, layup off the glass. Good. He's going to be tough to stop. Greg James with 8 quick points, and we're tied at 8.
So right now it's Tucker 8, James 8.
Swings it down. In that left corner is Kamen. Kamen over to Ugbu. He split the defense, put it on the floor, lost it, gives it back out to Flowers. A 3, skips off the side of the rim. No. Flowers chased it down, threw it off of the Shiloh defender, and it will remain Tucker ball with exactly 4 minutes gone by. Substitution as TJ Stargell checks into the contest.
And that's how Tucker's going to have to win this game. Tucker's they're outsized. Shiloh's a whole lot bigger team than Tucker is. Tucker's going to have to beat them on all those 50-50 balls, all those hustle plays. Tucker's going to have to win if they want to win tonight.
Greg James with 2 3-pointers already on Saturday against Lee. I was looking in the book. He had 8 3-pointers.
Oh, God.
25 points in the contest on Saturday here in the Jarrett Cook Classic against Lee, Alabama. And there's a kick out to Ogbu. Ogbu now going to give it off to Kamens. Kamens out to the top now. Here's Flowers. Trayvon Flowers going to penetrate, drive, kick, dish it out. Get it out of here. Get that weak stuff out of here. James with the block. They're coming in transition all the way. He lost it. Massenberg with the block, excuse me. But coming back this way, TJ Stargell's foul. He'll go to the free throw line. Foul called on Javon Tatum. He's in early foul trouble. He has 2, and that's the team's second.
Yeah, they showed the youngster right there. He kind of came in there soft. Ugbu came in there with 2 of those big guys from Shiloh in the middle. He came in there kind of soft. And they told him to send that crap on back out somewhere.
Taking his time at the free throw line. It falls off, no. Stargell missed the first free throw. In an 8-8 ball game with 3:36 to go. And Shamari McLeod checks out.
2 down.
Coach Hardy check it on the fouls, and he has 2. Javon Tatum. So he's going to go and try and get a sub, and not be able to do it. He's going to look for Nicholas Watson. So now they're going to penetrate it up with Tatum. Tatum fouled on the floor by Stargell.
Tucker, I've always liked this Tucker team. I saw him first time I saw him that I can remember was about 2 years ago. They had the young man. Oh, nice shot.
3-ball out of the corner, Colin Joseph.
Nice shot. Tucker, I think 2 years ago they had a young man went to Auburn. I can't remember the kid's name. Plays for Auburn now, out of Tucker.
Naming the bell, Jared Harper, the best thing out of Georgia right now that's at Auburn. Colin Sexton will be following him soon, more than likely. James gonna drive, layup, rolled off, no good. Rebound ripped off in there. Here comes Trayvon Flowers.
Nah, it's a kid who played at Tucker 2 years ago. I can't remember his name. You know, I'm getting old, Joe. Getting old.
Speak for yourself.
You know, I know I'm getting better looking, but I am getting a little bit older.
Colin Joseph will have it. Watson is into the game. Nicholas Watson, number 25, as Javon Tatum had to take a seat. Layup in there, no. Massenberg bothered it. Here comes Coffee back in transition for the Generals on the right wing. Back over to T.J. Stargell. Stargell going to attack, go down. Float it up. Alley-oop.
Yes, sir.
That's an alley-oop slam dunk. Give him the assist. Set it up real nice. And he knew it was there. T.J. Stargell with the assist. Got to speak with Will Hammock of the GDP. There's a steal by Coffee. Coffee's going to get it up ahead to James. James, one dribble to the lane. Choke, floated, no. On the shot, he was fouled.
You know, and that's the worst. You sit there and you try to sacrifice your body for the foul, and all you do is you get the foul and you get hurt. That is the worst.
Greg James going to the free throw line. I was talking in the media room. You know where that is. With GDP head sports editor Will Hammock. And I bring that up because Will's a very good writer and been a good writer here in the state of Georgia and for the GDP for a while. But Greg James made the GDP preseason first team all basketball squad. And when you see what he did, you know, he's going to VMI, what he did on Saturday against Lee, it was just impressive just to watch that display. He splits the free throws, though, and then they get the offensive rebound and cannot get it to go. Rebound going to come down to Josh Kamens. Kamens now gets it up ahead, and here's Colin Joseph. Joseph lost it, and someone went flying down into the bench, and Coach Kim Rivers get up and gave him a good smack on the backside. Good hustle there. Brandon Blair, a transfer into the Generals program, is in. Came in from Duluth when we saw them earlier. Blair wanted to get that steal, unable to do it. And here's Joseph. Almost got his cookies taken from behind. Now going to wrap around. Kamens now trapped, and they stole it. Stars are going to come on the break. Layup good. He wanted to give it off to somebody, but he had such a head start, he just decided to go on and take it himself, 13-11. And Coach James Hardy upset. He calls a 30-second timeout with 1:35 to go. We'll take it with him quickly right here, SUVtv. Back here with you, it's Joel Hilsman and Sylvester Williams. I even confuse myself sometimes when I say that, so I just give Sly his props right there on that, props in air quotes. Tucker trailing 13-11, and they're working on offense left to right. Glad that you're with us here on SUVtv. The Jarrett Cook Classic 2016 tip-off, and a foul now on Brandon Blair. It'll be his first and the team's fourth. Now, you went and did some research quickly. Who was it, Sly, you were trying to come up with?
It was Bryce Brown. Bryce Brown. I couldn't remember his name. I couldn't remember the young man's name. Former Tucker star, now a sophomore over there at Auburn.
Putting it on the floor with the left hand dribble, and we'll give it over there to Trayvon Flowers.
Speaking of Auburn, we're going to see Colin Sexton on the SUV network. We'll see him on Friday. We'll see him on Friday at Holiday Hoops Given.
Coffee drives to Massenberg, caught it on one side, couldn't finish on the other. Oakville gets the rebound for the Tigers. It's a 14-13 Tucker Tiger lead, and Coach Hardy says be easy. Coach Hardy into it. I have to like what he's doing over with that Tucker program. Now going to put it on the floor. Here's Kamen.
Oh,
Kamen, get it out of here. Get that shot out of here. Maskenberg with the steal. They get it up ahead. Here's Coffee. Coffee, left, right-hand layup. It's no. Rebound coming down to Coffee. Coffee turning. Shot. Short. No. Tip. Fight for it and coming away with it 15 seconds to go. And now pushing it is Colin Joseph. He lost it. Coffee now going to bounce it over. Greg Jennings. Stop. Set. Fires. Short. Coffee rebound. And let's see, what they're going to say. Coffee's foot was on the end line. It was out of bounds.
There will be no weak shots in the paint tonight. There's nothing going up there soft.
Yeah. Get it up ahead now. Here's Watson. Watson quickly ahead. Obu, step back, a three. It's off. No good. Rebound. Offensive up and in good by Colin Joseph to beat the horn. We are at the end of one. It is Tucker 16 and Shiloh 13 right here. The SUVtv.com.
I got a high ankle sprain going for a rebound.
Injuries are part of playing.
I got hit catching a pass and broke my collarbone.
So it's good to know that the sports medicine doctors, therapists, and athletic trainers at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta are experts at treating young athletes. If your child suffers any kind of sports-related injury,
I got hit and dislocated my shoulder.
bring him to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
Begin the second quarter. Joel Hilsman and Sylvester Williams, glad that you're with us. Tucker and Shiloh. Tucker in the maroon and gold, and Shiloh in the white and the black.
Referee rushed him coming out of that timeout.
He sure did, out of the quarter break. There's a drive by Flowers, kicks it over in the corner, corner three. Back iron, no. Rebound hit the floor, but it'll be corralled up by Kobe Wyatt, who's back into the contest. And now here's TJ Stargell. Stargell came off the bench, flared it across to James, and they'll set it up.
Oh, travel.
Walked up out the gym, took some luggage, and went on down to Hartsville. 7:26 to go. Well, I shouldn't have to say go to Hartsville. Could have went on over here to Gwinnett Airfield.
Yeah, Gwinnett Airfield right there.
Yeah. Coach Hardy and the towel. I must give him props on the shirt and the tie combination. He's working that thing.
There you go.
He's working it. All right, so the Tucker Tigers set it up now.
Gwinnett Airfield, that's kind of where I like to fly out of sometime. You know, I take my plane.
We're not talking about your I was going to say your remote plane, but I'll go in and just upgrade your drone.
No.
That's where you take your drone in and go?
Well, first of all, I've been on the payroll of SUV. You know, they fly us first class. Well, they fly the Stars first class. I know you called Greyhound a couple of times with SUV, but you know, me?
I ain't catch a Greyhound. I'm going to get in the 4Runner or my little gas saver, whichever one of them, and get gone.
It's a first class operation. Marcus and Lisa, they tell me, they say, hey, go on to the airfield, hop the jet, let's go to the next tournament. Whether we're going to Ohio for flying to the hoop later on this year.
That's going to be a fun event. Do not forget that event, January 13th through 16th, right here at the SUVtv.com. Flying to the hoop. Always a successful event, and you cannot miss any of it.
Wait a minute, we have to pause right here. Did you see the segue? Did you hear the segue? I just saw.
See, I'm going to help you. You was clowning on me earlier about some things. I'm going to get you right, Slide. Just keep hanging around. Massenberg off the window, good. His second field goal.
Big man using the height and using that body to go in. One thing he did, he didn't bring the ball down low. He kept it up high, put it off the backboard.
And was off balance, so showed his agility. Mm-hmm. Now going to drive this way. That's Malik Shakir into the game for the first time, but it's a turnover. Stargell with the steal. Gets it up to Brandon Blair. Blair, left hand layup off the window. Good. Brandon Blair in transition.
Left hand using that body to shield off the defender.
it up to Kamen. Kamen now down in the corner to Flowers. Flowers back to Kamen. Kamen swings it to the top to Watson. Watson puts it on the floor now, spins it over to Shakir. The three is up, no good.
And you know what Massenberg does. If he doesn't block the shot, he changes the shot. When the Tucker general, when Tucker shot that shot right there, he saw Massenberg flying out of him, so he caught it when he shot it, and that's what threw off his whole rhythm.
17-16, Shiloh with a 1-point lead. Game 4. And in the nightcap here, it does not seem like we started at 3:30 this afternoon. Man, it flies when you get to see plenty of basketball. Massenberg caught it, shot up, no, and a blocking foul call, a late whistle. But it is a blocking foul. Coach Hardy looked across the way, didn't agree with that call. Now he's kind of watching the referee, wants an explanation on that. Foul called on Trayvon Flowers, his first and the team's fourth. Massenberg at the free throw line, good. 18-16 now, Shiloh with the 2-point lead. Second free throw, good. Switched them both in there. So they inbound it now, and here comes Flowers. Flowers gonna drive, he bounces it off, now he's gonna flip it up. Shot is no good by Javon Tatum. Now they're gonna skip it way up ahead to Coffee. Coffee, stop, pop, jumper. It is short, no good. Rebound ripped down by Javon Tatum. So Tatum will walk it into the forecourt, now quickly goes by, got blocked by Coffee, and a foul on Coffee, and it'll be side out of bounds.
Nobody likes cold coffee.
Brian Coffee. I'm gonna have to check that. I know it is Coffee, but I just heard the PA announcer pronounce it as Kofi, so I'm gonna check that at intermission. So I apologize to the Coffee or Kofi family. I will get it corrected. Driving all the way, went up strong, hung in the air on a foul. He went baseline to Javon Tatum like the goal was 8 feet.
Yeah. He went like he wanted to cock it back and throw it down over Massenberg.
Yeah, and that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a tall task. You gotta like a young man who has heart.
Speaking of Massenberg, he picks up his first foul, team 7th. It is a 2-shot shooting foul. First one is good.
But you know what's impressive to me also is Massenberg is a shot blocker. He has about 3 blocks so far tonight already, but that's only his first foul. You know, I'm impressed by that too. You know, he's using his body to steer clear of the offensive players while he blocks their shot.
That's what a good shot blocker does. Tatum knocks both of them in.
Speaking of good shot blockers, we might see the nation's best tomorrow night out of Green Forest Christian Academy.
Turn, jump, it's no good. Rebound, put it back up, no. Kofi underneath, no. And a steal coming away with Trayvon Flowers.
Icky, I will not say his last name.
Icky Abadoja.
I'll take your word for it.
Three-pointer is no good. Yeah, man, he's long and wiry.
Yeah.
He just, and now I know he's got a little bit more definition going on, a little bit more muscle structure.
You know, that's a scary, scary team. For the past 3 years, you know, that is a scary team. You know, Icky is just tall and long. Then you got
Muhammad Abdul Salim.
Muhammad Abdul Salim,
who's just a junior.
The 6'9" wide-body junior who has one post move. He has a spin move on the block. Nobody here can stop.
But either direction, left or right, or left shoulder or right shoulder. There's a 3 out of the corner. Watson, no good. Rebound ripped out of the air now by McLeod.
And that kid comes off the bench.
Here they come with a pump fake.
And then my favorite player off that team, young man just signed to go to Memphis, has a grown man body. Playing for Green Forest. Oh.
Massenberg did not save it. Left foot stepped on the line. Massenberg going after it. (21-18). Shiloh with the 21, Tucker with the 18, and Tucker struggling to score in this second quarter with only 2 points. Shot is no good. Massenberg rips down the rebound. Now here's McLeod. McLeod to Kofi. He swings it over. Gonna go baseline. Greg James. James kicks it back out. Kofi, a three. Good.
Nice shot. Nice shot. I love that. You know, he planted his feet, spread his fingers, rotation splash.
Holding out high, Trayvon Flowers puts it on the floor, gets a screen from Joshua Butler, goes down the lane, lost it. Ball is still on the floor. Flowers recovers it in the right corner. Then he's going to go baseline, skips it over. There's a short corner jumper. Could not get the roll, lit on the basket now. Shakir gets the rebound, lost it, scooped up. Flowers now going to kick it way back out top.
There you go, set up your offense. That's it.
Driving, float, no, blocking foul. He'll go to the free throw line, Javon Tatum. Foul was called on Chris Connor, his first, team's 8th. It'll be 2 shots, though, coming up for Javon Tatum, and he gets the first one into the roll. Still Tucker without a field goal here in this second quarter. Tatum is 3 of 3 at the line and has scored all 3 of their points, trailing by 5 with 3:02 to go. Free throw, good for Tatum. 24-20, under 3 minutes to go. Put it on the dribble. Off the window, it is good. No, he didn't go off the window, excuse me. Brandon Blair, it looked like he would have floated it off the window, but then he decided to float it up teardrop style, and it went in. A beautiful shot, Brandon Blair. He has 4 off the bench.
Blair's a high-energy player, man. He's coming in with a motor that's just running.
And has that boom dribble, that hard dribble when he goes and drives. Now going to kick it back over in the corner. Here's Ujabu. Ujabu now going to spin and give it down. They give it off to Tatum. Tatum. They'll have it going behind the back. Now going to cross it and go over to the left. Now kick it back out to the top. It's not there. Stop. Pump fake. A long 3. Hill of the rim. No good. Massenberg, those big long arms, went and ripped it down. Outlets it over down to McLeod. McLeod into the forecourt, coming up on 2 minutes to go. Kicks it over to Blair. Thought about a 3. Passes it over. There's Connor, a 3 ball. It's no good. James went high for the rebound. Rebound, put it back up. No. Ojibu, Nathaniel rips it down, and now we'll give it over to Joseph. He'll bring it in under 2 minutes. Hesitation move. Kick it back out to the top. Joseph swings it over. A long 3. No good. Rebound. Ojibo fighting on the glass. Watson, the jumper. It is off. No, they cannot buy a bucket in this quarter, Sly. No field goals for Tucker in the second quarter.
There is a lid covering that basket. And I'm talking about they've had some great looks, too, and they just cannot get it to drop.
Shiloh defense has a lot to do with that, but at the same time, they're being impatient. And a 5 count called on Brandon Blair. He didn't like it, but the defensive effort was there from Javon Tatum. He had a count on him.
You know what, now that one I'm not going to fault too much on the player. That's a team call right there. You got to have – somebody has to let them know that the ref is counting.
T.J. Massenberg going to be taking all of that length to Tennessee State. So far in this contest, he has 6 points, 4 in this quarter, 80 seconds to go, first quarter. First half.
Tennessee State in the Ohio Valley Conference. Tennessee
Offensive
State,
foul.
home of Oprah. Oprah Winfrey's alma mater. You know, I hate to say it, but if you ever have a school waiting on somebody to die, it might be Tennessee State. They might be waiting on Oprah to kick the bucket. I'm not. But I think Tennessee State is.
Folks, the views of Sylvester Williams do not reflect the views of us professionals here at SUVtv.com. A little banter back and forth. Tip.
Oh, nice.
Good. Brandon Blair off the bench, man. Offensive rebound and putback. Pushed the lead out to 8. Now they're inbound, and here's Flowers. Flowers into the forecourt. Now to the Obajoy. He walked up out of here. Took some luggage right up out the gym. A traveling violation and a turnover for the Tucker Tigers. 46 and 16 seconds. Shiloh may or may not hold for the final shot. It'll be Stargell on the floor along with Connor, James, Blair, and Massenberg for Shiloh. Flowers, Kamens, Josephs, Ojibu,
playing
and Tatum, the foul on the floor as we close this second quarter for Tucker.
Nathaniel was playing good denial defense down there on Massenburg.
And now Kim Rivers is going to stop the clock with 20 and 3/10 seconds and call a timeout. We'll keep it right here and try to draw something up.
I would have loved to see him get the ball down to Massenburg, but Nathaniel Obu was playing great defense, great denial defense to keep the ball away from the big man. You know, if you can't stop him on the block, make sure he doesn't get the ball down there.
Final game here in the nightcap. We began it with the Cedar Shoals Jaguars defeating the Etowah Eagles in our first game today, 52-39. Our second game was a barn burner. Lambert on a game-winning field goal with 2 seconds remaining from Andrew Males to defeat Duluth 74-73. Our fourth game of the night saw North Gwinnett come from behind and hang on and win 63-59 over Central Gwinnett. And here we are now closing in on the end of the first half, 28-20. Shiloh with an 8-point lead. They'll be inbounding it to Kofi. Kofi now inbounds it to TJ Stargell. Stargell now going to be picked up right there hard by Joseph as he crossed the timeline. Shot the passing lane. Cayman's out of bounds right there in front of a couple coaches. I'll have to talk with those coaches momentarily, just briefly in the media room. So there have been some with coaching power or scouts or on staff that have been here in the gymnasium today. 5 seconds to go. Kofi got it, and an offensive foul. They are calling the offensive foul. Massenburg picks up a cheap second.
See, right now,
Coach Hardy is looking to do something. Coach Hardy wants a timeout. He wants to get everything set up. We'll keep it right here. Go ahead, Sly. I apologize.
Right now with 3 seconds, I'll get Massenburg out of the game. 3 seconds, you're up by 8. Worst case scenario, he picks up a silly foul or a bad foul, and now he has 3 fouls going into the half. Right now, I'll just pull him out of the game. That's coaching 101 from Sylvester Williams. You know, I don't charge much, but I do give lessons. Playing Rihanna in the background. Big fan of Rihanna.
Oh, I'm a wonderful fan of Rihanna. The way I feel about it, I cannot repeat on broadcast. We must keep the FCC compliance in order. All right, so Cayman will come out, and Coach Hardy drew up something. It'll be Cayman and Joseph.
Let's see if Coach Hardy earned his money.
Along with Tatum. Here's the inbound. They're going to bounce it up ahead. There's Watson. Watson dribbled into a 3. No. Did he get the foul?
No foul? What? No foul? How? No foul?
They're going to say no foul. Shiloh is trying to get out of here. They don't want the call. No foul call. It will be the end of the half. Coach Hardy wants an explanation. There is no foul, so we are at the half. The Shiloh Generals 28. The Tucker Tigers 20. Halftime from the Jarrett Cook Tip-Off Classic at North Gwinnett High School.
Every day is another beginning. Gonna make my move, gonna live my dream. Gonna make my move, gonna live my dream. Gonna make my move, gonna live my dream.
The 2016 Jarrett Cook Tip-Off Classic on SUVtv. Sponsored by CBA Sports, your sports construction specialist. Deed Chain. Great acts are made up of small deeds. Shot Tracker. Unleash your game, automatic real-time stats for every level of play. And Gatorade, the thirst quencher.
Everybody loves the game. When it's tight, when everything is going well, you hit shots, but it gets to a certain point, where it's the breaking point, meaning at a certain point, somebody is going to retreat and not want it so much, and somebody is going to say, this is why I play the game of basketball.
You're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to get out of your neighborhood. You're not supposed to believe you can do it. Yeah, you were told you were going to be one of the greats. But they told so many others the same thing. You're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to pass the ball so much. Or play like a giant. No matter what. You're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to play 40 minutes and make up 40 feet and make a defensive play. A defining moment of your career. You're not even supposed to be here. And yet, here you are.
Usain, you're gonna be late!
No worries, Mama!
Hey, wait! You forgot your lunch! Oh, that boy.
Not gonna be late, not gonna be late, not gonna be late. Not gonna be late, not gonna be late, not gonna be late. Whoa! Pardon. Oh, excuse me.
Yo!
Sorry about that.
Hey, boy! What's the matter with you?
Not gonna be late, not gonna be late, not gonna be late, not gonna be late, not gonna be late.
Huh?
Bye. Bye-bye.
The boy score fire!
Five laps, 10 win sprints. Whoa.
Yes! Right on time. No worries.
Okay, lunchtime. Everyone outside.
Oh man, my lunch.
You're saying, right? You know, I don't think I'm gonna eat all of this. You want it? Yeah. Okay, then. It's yours. If you can beat him in a race.
Race? Him?
Come on, just from here to that tree.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my gosh! Yes! I just beat him! I'll win. I'll win.
Okay. Okay. Here's your lunch track star. You know you're good, but if you want to be great, you're gonna have to take this more seriously.
Here comes the teenage sensation Usain Bolt speeding down the stretch. Oh my God, look at this kid!
Usain Bolt is on his way. The other men are trying to follow as best they can. Nobody...
This youngster is absolutely incredible! Towards the finish line.
What's the matter, you saying?
What if I don't win?
What if you don't win? Since when did you become so serious, boy?
Don't make me go there, Mama, please.
Look at yourself, you saying. You're worried about the big race. Worried about the big crowd out there. So many worries on your mind that you forgot which shoe goes on which foot. Maybe you forgot who you are too. The boy I know has no worries. Because all worries ever do is weigh you down. You saying you have to remember, you can always go faster when you keep it light. You see?
Okay. No worries, Mama.
Joe Hillsman, Sylvester Williams back here with you. Coach Hardy is cracking us up on the explanation on that foul that he did not get at the end of the first half. And now a foul called on Massenburg, offensive foul on Massenburg. That's his third, the team's first. Some quick numbers. Brendan Blair had 6 in that first half. Brian Kofi had 5. Greg James 9. TJ Stargell had 2. 6 from Thurman Massenburg for Shiloh. For Tucker, it was Trayvon Flowers with 3, Colin Joseph with 5, Joshua Kamen with 6, Javon Tatum with 4, and Nathaniel Ogbu with 2 as well. And there's a hoop now to put them up 30-28.
That's a great finish there at the rim by Coffee, man. Just came right off the floor, got right to where he was going, no hesitation, no anything, a little contact, still finished through it.
Coffee very strong, coming in from Greater Atlanta Christian. There's a long 3. It is no good, skips off, and a rebound is going to come down. McLeod got the rebound, but then failed. The foul will be on Trayvon Flowers. And Brandon Clay has jumped back on with us, and of course, Brandon knows all these guys. I mean, I thought I knew a lot of basketball, but that's why I like Brandon with the grassroots basketball. Talking about TJ Massenburg and Greg James. We're talking to Will Hammock of GDP. Got them to be preseason first-team Gwinnett players. And I've just been very impressed. Massenburg on Saturday, 1 block shy of a triple-double.
Yeah. Well, and his size, especially at the high school level, is going to be really, really impactful all year long. The way he changes shots around the rim honestly reminds me a lot. We just saw Central Gwinnett play. Kevin Stamps last year, I thought, did that. Thought Kevin Stamps was arguably the best shot blocker that I saw inside the county last year, and now Massenburg really ascends into that role without much competition, for as good as Lance Thomas and Rayshawn Hammond and those guys are, they don't necessarily change shots the way that Massenburg does on a consistent basis on the interior.
We were talking about length and size, and you talk about Green Forest's Ike. Who's the better shot blocker?
I don't know. That's close. I'm going to say Ike because the length is a little different, and I think that's what he does at the next level. He's a specialist in that way, where Massenburg is a guy who can change shots, but honestly might be a little more impactful as a rebounder.
You know, one thing about Ike, I think Ike has that instinct to block shots. I've been watching that kid play since he was in the 9th grade, and just the way he changes stuff and development he made. I think 2 summers ago he was just really awkward and tall, and then all of a sudden he just blossomed into just a great shot blocker, man. I really like, man, all those giants they have down there at Green Forest.
Get a chance to watch them tomorrow. Excited about that.
They go up against Mountain View, 5:20 tomorrow right here, SUVtv. Greg James in the double figures now with another 3. He has 12 in the contest, and he has 3 3-balls to help put him there. So Tucker now behind the 8-ball a little bit, trailing by 11, 33-22. As we come up on 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Going behind the back now is Tatum. Tatum floats it up. It is short. No good. Rebound to Joseph. Joseph underneath. Put it up and in. Good. A tough hoop over Massenburg.
It really was. Great change there. I mean, Massenburg alters the first shot, forces an air ball attempt there from about 7 feet.
There's Kamens. Kamens on the break. Layup. Good. Josh Kamens with 8 points.
See, I love that. That's one of my favorite plays. When you got a guy who's not a dunker, who's not going to throw it down, if he shifts his body to get in front so he can use it.
Going to be out of bounds to Shiloh, Coach Hardy. All the way up in front of us. Oh, he had us cracking up right here at the start of the third quarter. He wanted
awesome.
that foul down there. Oh, yeah, he's outstanding, coach.
He was in half court there. Yeah, you're right. He wanted that last one on that three-pointer there to close down the half.
Now a technical foul called on Kim Rivers. Rivers did not like it right in front of his bench, and a technical has been called on Kim Rivers. It'll be 2 shots and the ball for Joshua Kamen and the Tucker Tigers. Free throw, front iron, no good by Kamen. Struggling at the line today, 0 of 3.
Well, these are the types of shots that if you're Tucker and Hartree and you have a chance to get back in this game, you need every given opportunity. He knocks down that second one. Good shot.
Free throw good. He'll get the ball out of bounds now, Will Tucker. 33-27, 4:41 to go, third quarter. Glad that you're with us. Shiloh in the white, Tucker in the maroon. Joel Hilsman, Sylvester Williams, and Brandon Clay. And, of course, our producer, executive producer, Marcus Burnett, executive producer, Lisa Burnett here. Courtside at North Gwinnett High School in Swanee, Georgia. There's the float. It's up. No good. Massenburg gets the rebound, smacked and fouled from behind. Sly, let me get this in one quick. We've just finished with the North Gwinnett Central Gwinnett game. I should have got it in. Brandon Clay is an alum. So I'm going to go ahead and brag. I'm an alum of Cedar Shows. We began the day with a victory. So how about that in your gym?
I'm okay with that, man. You gotta represent where you're from, man.
I just had to mess with you there. Bounce it in low. Pass is stolen. Got tough angle to try to feed the post right there from the high key was Wyatt.
That's nice for you guys, alma maters to win a game. That's really sweet.
That's always good, man. North was on the wrong end of the stick on Saturday, so good to see them young fellas bounce back.
Mine won the state championship.
Hey, good. Congratulations, man.
It's nice that you guys won a game, though.
Hey, man, we'll take them how we can get them, man. I'm an Atlanta Falcons fan, man. I'm used to not winning championships. It's okay.
You know Sly was going to come with it. Especially when I dropped the note by Cedar Shows losing in the Final Four 2 years in a row by a combined 3 points. And then he leaned over and said, we ain't pitching horseshoes.
That's hilarious.
Close only counts with horseshoes and hand grenades, my friend.
That's true. But I like what Coach Eldrico Thomas has done with the program and now beginning to schedule out. He's got Buford on the schedule this year in the region and then has Gainesville. So just proud of what he's done because there is talent there in Athens.
No question. And that way, honestly, it reminds me a lot of what Hartree's done with Tucker.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of year in and year out, always having talent on the roster. You see the patience there against the zone. Shiloh sitting in that 2-3. Forcing Tucker, hey, you're going to have to beat us with the outside shot, and you're not going to get Massenberg in foul trouble in the process.
And I like how young Nathaniel Ogbu is holding his weight against the senior and veteran Massenberg.
Yeah, I think this is a great, I said earlier, this will be a great learning lesson for young Nathaniel playing against a polished veteran, polished senior like this. Man, he's holding his own, you know. You feed him a couple of, say, some more biscuits and gravy, this cat will be pretty good in a couple of years, man.
And there's almost a steal. James will get the inbound, goes behind the back, gonna drive, put it up left hand, no foul. He'll go to the free throw line.
Good attack there by James. Once again, getting right to the rim, not playing with it. Quick change of direction, right back downhill, looking to make a play. You're gonna see it here. Catches, lines him up, feels him, got him with the change of direction, and then right down into the teeth of the defense, forcing the foul.
James connects on the free throw, and just to go back to your point about the talent at Tucker, I happen to live right there on the Tucker border, so I'm by the school a lot and in that community, and it's there. And Coach Hardy, now they got a new gym, fairly new gym, and so it's good to see them continuing to rise.
No question.
Missed the second free throw there, James. Lost it down low. Massenberg gonna try to chase it and save it. He does to TJ Stargell. Stargell goes behind the back, now between the legs, lost it, and a foul called on Ojabu. And you don't want that one that far away from the hoop. And now he has 4, the team's 5th, and now Coach Hardy is gonna have to go reaching down the bench, 2:51, and go and get big Joshua Butler.
That's tough. That's a tough fourth one there. It's still in the third, you know, with considerable time to play.
Still in the third, and then that far away from the hoop.
Yeah, and that's what a guy like Massenberg does to you, is that you're going to get 2 or 3 legitimate fouls just trying to body him up, and it's going to take away your ability to pick up a tic-tac foul like that. You don't have any fouls to give, per se, when you're playing up against a guy like TJ Massenberg. Every single one of your fouls has to be used with a purpose and for a reason, and unfortunately, that wasn't.
Long 3 out of the corner. It is good. Craig James with his 4th 3-ball of the night. And they push the lead out now to 37-27.
That's what he does. He makes shots.
You know, you hate to talk down about a program or something like that, but when I heard he was doing the VMI, it really surprised me.
VMI has gotten some ball players over the couple of years. Mentioned the Cedar Show. Daniel Mahaffey is there. Off the window, good. Floating down the lane was Javon Tatum.
But I don't know. Maybe it's in my eyes. I just see him as bigger than VMI.
Well, you know what I think is a great caveat to that, and working with a lot of kids in the recruiting process, honestly, Sly. You can get caught in the name and in the program, or you can go be Dame Lillard at Weber State.
True.
You know, if he winds up at Cal Berkeley, he's from Oakland. He winds up at Cal Berkeley. Maybe he never gets on the floor. Maybe it's really tough for him to get on the floor. He was able to step in right away, take some bumps, some licks, and you're able to play through some things. Whereas if you go to the wrong school and they've already got 11 or 12 guys, 4 of whom look just like you, and you don't produce in 3 minutes, you don't go 2 for 4, you don't go 3 for 5, they're just going to put you on the bench. You know, and those are the guys that wind up transferring 2 years out, and they haven't played in a real live meaningful game in 2 years. And then it's hard for them to get clock at VMI. So sometimes making that choice right off the bat is better than making it on the rebound.
I like how you said Dame Lillard. I'll use Kay Felder.
Yes, Oakland. That's a great example, man. That guy doesn't get to play at his size, those types of minutes, and now he's in the NBA playing alongside LeBron James, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And will be a factor because, 1, experience, 2, knows the role, and if you need 8, 9 quick points off the bench, he has the ability to do that.
Well said.
And he can make them look good, too.
30. The scoreboard has 36. It should be 37. They dropped it, or they changed that to a 2 for Greg James. Okay. James now goes back to 3 threes. And they changed it to a 2. And also, Sly, we're not ganging up on you, but there's one thing, and Brandon, he knows, and they defer to him. I never get caught up in it either with the basketball, but it's not who recruits you, it's the amount of schools that recruit you.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, I think at the end of the day, just everybody's fit is different. You know, there are some guys that are very comfortable, you know, in a rotation role at a Power 5 school for 4 years, and they're cool with that. I'm cool with that if they're cool with that. And there's some guys that want to go and have, like I said, an opportunity like a Dame Lillard or even a Steph Curry at Davidson. I don't want to walk on at UNC because my dad is Dale. I want to go earn my keep. And if, McKillop thinks that I can do that at Davidson, well, that's where I'm going. And he turned out to make him look really smart in the process. Steph Curry was so good that McKillop is now in the USA basketball rotation of coaches at the U19 and U21 level. So sometimes it works out for everybody involved.
And that's what happens with the growth of the mid-major. You get enough of those guys to piece together, then you are Wichita State's pass shot. It's stolen by Javon Tatum. Tatum all the way, went up foul as he went up for 24 and 10 seconds.
Hey, that's a great hustle play there on the backside by Blair to not give up the layup clean. We talk about if you're going to commit the foul, don't let him get the clean shot off. You see him, he's got him by about a full step here, and looks like he's just going to leave him. And a great play on the ball, not to get called for an intentional like we saw in the last game, but also not to give him a clean shot on goal at the same time. And now you force him to the free throw line.
You got to hit those free throws.
And that makes it a win-win on the foul situation. First one is no good, 24 and 10 seconds. A low-scoring game, 36-29 from two teams that can play well. Tatum missed the free throw. They struggled. He started 4 of 4. He's missed 4 in a row, so he's at 4 of 8. 18 seconds less than that third quarter. James going to swing it out and then run the wheel out top with Coffee.
That conversation you guys were having made me think about something also when you said mid-major. The funny thing is now that everybody plays on TV now, I guess it's
question.
Not really a mid-major anymore.
Well, I was talking with Marcus a minute ago, and I think this game right here and just this entire Jared Cook Classic, what SUVtv is doing is a great example. 2 years from now, we're all going to have smart TVs in our homes. Most of us have high-speed internet, right? We're getting away from dial-up. Most of us have high-speed internet. You're going to be able to put a URL in on your TV and watch ESPN3 on your TV as if it were ESPN2, as if it were ESPNU. It's not going to matter if a game is broadcast and streamed on the internet or if it's actually shown as a televised game. So as the world continues to get smaller and smaller, like this game is on TV.
Yes,
I'm fortunate enough, I got a smart TV. This game is on TV at my house when I go back and punch the URL in. And so to the point about what you're saying, Slide, now, almost every school in the country at the Division I level can say the majority of the games, if not all of our games, are televised. Whether it's the school that's broadcasting them or ESPN3 directly, somebody's putting these games on TV and people get a chance to watch them back at the house.
Yep, that's how it is. End of the quarter. Real quick, take a quick break. It is Shiloh 36-28 on Tucker. Welcome you back into North Gwinnett High School, the fourth quarter. Shiloh and Tucker in the nightcap here of day 2 of the Jared Cook Classic on SUVtv. Joel Hilsman, Sylvester Williams, Brandon Clay, and pressure from Shiloh. They work it around now is Tucker. Tucker in the maroon. There's a float good by Trayvon Flowers. I was talking about the defense earlier, Brandon, in the second quarter. Not sure if you're aware of this. Tucker did not have a field goal. In the second quarter, 4 free throws, that was it. That kind of slowed their momentum. 16 in that first quarter, led after the first quarter, but has just been slowed down now. 16-4-9 the line score for Tucker and the quarter score. Shiloh 13-15 and 8. So the second quarter right now, the difference. Free throw is no good by Blair.
That being said, if you're James Archer, you feel great about this score.
Yeah.
The fact that you didn't have a field goal for an entire 8 minutes and you're still right here within striking distance, down 5 after the missed free throw.
Oh, he just took
down 7 after the Massenburg putback.
that was just, I'm bigger than you.
Yeah.
I'm bigger than you. Give me the ball.
Blair missed the free throws, but the second chance opportunity from Massenburg. Tucker working on offense, looking at a 2-3 zone defense with Massenburg anchoring it in the post. Kick it in the corner. There's a 3 ball. It is off the side of the rim. No good. Greg James gets the rebound, pushing it for the Generals up ahead to Blair. Blair in the corner. Coffee lines it up. A 3. Kaboom.
It's big, man. That guy's not going to be silent for too long, man. He's a guy that likes to score the ball. Obviously can distribute it, but likes to push the tempo and is a very capable scorer in that regard. I remember his early days at Wesleyan before the GAC move, and now here at Shiloh, and all along the way, filled out as you see him. That's always been something that's been in his repertoire, is the ability to put buckets up.
And he has 10 points in this contest, and that lead was at 5 when you were trying to do the math. It is at 10 now, a little over a minute gone by, 6:51, and Coach Hardy calls a timeout.
This is danger zone right here. You're Tucker and you're not within single digits with 5 minutes to go. You can about chalk this one up. Unfortunately, they don't have that dominant scoring guard. I remember Manny Atkins for them years ago, Cameron Tatum. They've always had some guys that could just kind of go and get it. And in this game anyway, matchup-wise, they haven't had that guy break out just yet. So it makes you wonder if this game is 12-13 with 5 to go, can they put up enough points in a 5-minute stretch to still get the W?
Do you think that's kind of what Josh Kamen is going to have to probably show as the season goes? Even though it was only 13.5 points last year at Eastside, you think he's going to have to be that breakout guy?
Yeah, and I think part of being that breakout guy is knowing when to pick your spots. We watched, I think Jalen Hillary's going through that a little bit with Central Gwinnett, right?
Exactly.
It's one thing to finish with 15, but you get 3, you get 5, you get 3. Like, all right, that's cool. That doesn't really help us. In the second quarter, when we can't score it, can we run 2 or 3 ISO sets for you in a row that result in you with a field goal or somebody else with a field goal? Right now, while Brian Coffey's trying to take this game over, can we run a special set? An Arizona set, a double high screen set, a screen-to-screener set, some type of pin down action, a double stagger, something where we know we can go to you and get us a bucket.
Joseph hits that 3. You talk about Coffey coming in. That started with the defensive effort. The block shot on Massenburg. Coffey attacking, kicks it over. Here's a 3. Greg James, give him all 3 of them. It's not butter, it's parquet from deep.
You know, when that left his hands, you know, he started to turn and come back up because everybody in the gym knew it was going in.
Snapping the 3 ball, coming up under 6 to go. Tucker still somewhat in it, though, down 12, but need hoops. Long 3, no good. Coffey out of the guard spot with the rebound. Outlet to Greg James. James in transition. James to the hoop. Easy layup, good.
Hey, note on Greg James, actually is decommitted from VMI. So we'll be looking at a different option. Don't have those notes in front of us, but he will be doing something different. Did not sign in the early period.
Oh, okay.
All right, so ball knocked out of bounds. And that can go back to what we were talking about. Slide may have saw another option or saw something change there at VMI. So great news drop right here on SUVtv. 5:25 to go, a 14-point ball game. Good.
Hey, make sure if you're watching at home and you ever have any information like that to contribute, make sure you add us at SUVtv.
You know, if he's looking for a power team to go to in a power conference, we always have a spot for him in Kentucky. Eastern Kentucky, we have a spot for him. He can come to Eastern Kentucky and play
big shot there by Matthew.
Man, when you step out and show that range, big fella, push the lead out to 14, and you can kind of sort of feel it slipping away now. Put it on the floor, drive for Tatum. Tatum shot up, it rolled off, no. Rebound ripped out of there by Shamar McLeod. McLeod yet to get a field goal, but he's been active kind of doing some lunch pail stuff. Came and shot the passing lane, couldn't get it, and then there's a foul.
As I was saying, if Greg James is looking for a school, he wants to go
to
a
we heard the plug. we heard the plug.
I didn't get an amen or anything over there.
Hey, man, the play was in transition, man. You got to wait for the timeout, man. And with this, you got to pause for the amen, brother.
Malik Shakir is into the contest.
The Colonels, we can use them.
That's why you got to love the SUVtv broadcast. You never know what's coming next.
But you know, when you work with Sly, you don't know what's coming next. And that's factual. first free throw is good from Brandon Blair. He missed the second one.
We got two.
But we had a lane violation.
We had 2 EKU plugs on the broadcast today. 2 Eastern Kentucky. How many times?
Make sure you email the coaches with the URL to the game link, man. Let them jump on it.
There you go. How many times do you get 2 Ohio Valley Conference mentions, Tennessee State and Eastern Kentucky?
Not much, man. But that's one of the beauties, honestly, of the broadcast, underutilized if you ask me, is the ability to contact coaches directly with the links, with the quality footage here, with the broadcast. Obviously, you get our expertise and commentary. You see the hustle. This is fantastic.
And no whistle, too.
Well, and you start to talk about sending things. Look at Hartry. Look at him on the floor.
Yeah, he's saying he got a timeout, but I don't think anyone had possession of the ball.
Well, it looked like, I'll say this, it looked like Coffey had it there at the end. At the very end, it looked like Brian Coffey was in control of the ball before it got tied back up. To the referee's credit, he was sitting right on top of Shiloh's bench, and they ran his ear.
But the ref in the middle, the center official was right there. And I like how he got down in the baseball position. He was letting them go. But
yeah. Well, and the problem, I'll say the problem, but the issue with that, John's not going to be able to hear or be looking for the timeout. He's solely looking for a foul or a jump ball, as he should. It's the trail official who are supposed to keep an eye on the sidelines for possession and then a timeout call as a result thereof. So I thought Coffey had it right there before the tie-up. I don't have a problem with the call there on the floor, given what I was able to see from our vantage point.
But here you go, Brandon. This goes back to my biggest complaint. Me and Joe talk about this every game we do. My biggest complaint in high school basketball is the change of possessions, the alternating possessions on a jump ball. If we had a jump ball, that would have never happened.
Massenberg shot. No, there's McLeod right on cue with the offensive rebound and put back on the tip.
Well, those two together, man, McLeod and Massenberg both. You look at the height, and then we always talk about the mismatches, and where are the mismatches? I thought for Shiloh, it was their ability to knock down the open jumper. Coffey and James have done that well. And then you see McLeod and Massenberg able to play above the rim with a little more size and or length than what Tucker's able to bring to the table here tonight.
Inbound, now going to come right back, floats it up high, no good, put back. And now you see Nathaniel Ogbu is back in with those 4 fouls. He's going to have to play gingerly the last 3:50, but the game may be out of reach by 18. Coach Hardy now getting on the refs. Here comes Stargill. Stargill will go out, come in, and Brandon Coffey will go out, and Coffey did strike fire here in that second, third, and fourth quarter. He has 12 in the contest. Inbound, back out to Malik Shakur. Shakur saw spot duty there in that second quarter, now getting some in the fourth quarter. There's Coffey, pump fake. There's a long three coming, good. Joshua came in a 3-ball.
Nice shot, nice way to clear out some space with that pump fake.
Gonna have to go ahead and make a push now in the corner. A 3, it is short, no good. Rebound will come down, and here comes Tatum. Tatum the rebound, outlets it to James. James does not have the numbers. He's going to go anyway and go all the way and put it up. Off, no, put back. McLeod almost sat on somebody's head. No good. Rebound, ripped down, and a foul.
15, who cares? 3 minutes. I'm going to take this ball. I'm going to score and pad some stats of mine. That wasn't a very smart basketball play at all.
Yeah, and Tucker now in the bonus, so they can use that to their advantage, trailing by 15 with 3:10 to go. That's not too tall of a mountain to climb, but if you can use the free throw line as your advantage, you're in good shape. First free throw. Back iron, no.
Tucker has lived a rough life on the free throw line tonight.
Very much so. Shakir 0 of 1. That was his only attempt. Missed the front end. And now you come up on 3 minutes to go in a 15-point game. Stargill between the rings. Gives it over to McLeod, who comes out high, backdoor cut. James was open, gave it off to Massenberg, who put it in the hoop.
When we talked about this, you get under 5 minutes and you're down double digits. It was going to be really tough to come back. That lead was almost insurmountable. And you get to 15, and now you about need a miracle offensively. You need almost half as many points as you've scored in 29 in 3. That's tough.
And that's been your struggle going back to that second quarter where you did not get a field goal. Only 4 points in that second quarter. 56-39, 2:35 to go. Substitutions now. And coming in for the first time will be David Gulama. David Gulami will check in. Now Tucker beginning to go drop their bench. Dallas Patrick will check in. and also Colin Williams. So now Coach Hardy going to give him some varsity experience with the game pretty much out of reach now. Dakari Mapson also making his first appearance. Swing it over to the right side. Oh, and a steal. Stargell's going to rip it away.
Oh, he missed the dunk. My goodness.
Tried to blow it away, and it's off. No good. Stargell's going to get the rebound. Stargell now jump, foul line, jumper. Back iron, no. Rebound hit the floor. Ojibu going to pick it up for the Tucker Tigers as we come up on 2 minutes to go. 56-39, Shiloh in full control, and the bench has been dumped, and the pass is out of bounds and a turnover. Kari Mapson tried to hit Colin Williams, and now they continue to clean the bench. Shiloh.
Yeah, their coach is a lot nicer than my coach, Coach Curlow. When you miss a dunk, that's the end of your playing time for a while. You got to come and sit down.
I wouldn't have Massenberg in the game right now at the moment.
Nah, under 2 minutes left. You're up by 16. Go ahead and take the big man out.
Stargell takes a seat. Foul will be on Holloway, his first. Team's 8th. But, you know, with 2.5, 3 minutes, it's pretty good to get you some good varsity action in here.
Yes, sir. Let some of those young freshmen, young sophomores.
Get the burn. Get the run.
One of those times where you can, young freshmen to come in and throw up a three as soon as the ball gets his hand. Says, hey, got to play. Do we have a tech? We got a tech. Technical foul.
On who? Now that was great commentary from the crowd. 22.
Might have been.
Yes, it is a technical. You know why? He's not in the book. He's not in the book. 22 is not in the book. That's why it's a technical foul. Because I was looking for him on the book, and he's not in the book, so that goes as a technical foul.
There is no 20. Oh,
that's.
Well, yeah. Well, why is Shiloh shooting?
Wait, hold on.
Well, we'll figure it out sooner or later. Oh, it was 2 shots because of the foul. All right,
so, yeah, it is a technical foul on Shiloh for not having 22 in the book.
So they're going to shoot the 1-and-1 down here. Going to shoot the 1-and-1 down here.
Yeah, 22 was not in the book. I was quite sure. I try to get the book before every game, guys, here on SUVtv, and when I didn't see him, I knew it was not in there. All right, so 1-and-1, he made both of them, did Coffee, and now the technical foul will be assessed. And Colin Williams at the free throw line, and he knocks it in, his first points of the contest. The lefty sticks the second one up there, no good, and now Tucker will get the ball because 22 was not in the book and don't know who 22's name is. Coach Rivers assessed with a technical. Now, he still can play, he just was not in the book.
Hey, you know, we also want to we like to give credit where credit's due. Give a shout out to Team Grade, Tamar Hauser, for tweeting in some information to us at SUVtv. We appreciate it.
And the 3 ball was good. Off the bench was Malik Holloway with the 3 ball.
You know, that's one of the things that I love about doing this is the interaction you have with the fans.
Wonderful.
You know, people can talk to you while they're watching the game. This is great. This is great, man. I love technology. You know, for doing radio for so long, you know, radio is not as interactive.
He's going to get 3 shots again. Foul on Coffee. Coffee tried to come out and close him. I think everything now, though, is interactive, quite frankly.
Yeah, you know. And it's funny, you know, the fans with radio, the one thing I didn't like about radio, the fans truly get to miss out because they don't get to see how beautiful I am. That's one of the bad things about radio. That's one of the bad things about radio. But with the webcast, they can see me. They can also see the game, too. Game's okay. Game's okay. Great action here at SUV.
That is Sylvester Williams, folks. So 6 points off the bench here in garbage time for Markel Holloman, but it's not garbage time for him. Valuable experience in a game that now they've gotten it down to 12 all of a sudden, but we're coming up on 65 seconds. James is still in there. Coffey's still in there, so Coach Rivers wants them to finish the contest. Here goes 22, dribbling to the right, had to pick up the dribble, and a timeout called by Coach Kim Rivers. And that's the lesson he's going to teach him right there, driving to the sideline and then getting trapped. It is a full timeout with 57 and 4 and 10 seconds left. All right, coming up tomorrow right here on SUVtv, beginning at 3:45, it is Decula taking on Brookwood, the Falcons against the Broncos. And then at 5:20, it'll be Green Forest Academy taking on Mountain View. Followed by 6:55, it'll be Peachtree Ridge taking on the East Tucker Tigers. And then in the nightcap, it is the host, North Gwinnett Bulldogs and the Etowah Eagles. All 5 of those games, four games, I can't add, I'm sorry, will be tomorrow right here at the Jared Cook Classic.
Hey, man, you've been here for a long time, man.
Yeah, but you know, last year I think the game started at like 1.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Always a pleasure, though. Basketball season is here. And Jared Cook actually kicks off the season for SUVtv and kicks off the season for me. I actually hate that I did not get to go over to the Parkview Tip-Off Invitational on Saturday. The season with McKeecher and Lady Indians gonna have. We'll see them. I'm a big Phyllis Arthur supporter, and I like what she does with that basketball program. And I mean, you look at their schedule. One weekend they're in Virginia, the next weekend they're in D.C. Then they come home, play a region game. Then they head out to Duncanville, Texas. Come back from Duncanville, then go to New York. Yes.
You know, when I was in high school, we got to travel about an hour away from our school. We had an hour and 30 minutes. That was the big road trip.
Sly, I hate to see it when you really are old, man. You are going to be that old man sitting on the front of the porch. You know who you remind me of? The grandfather, Carl Gordon. Carl Gordon played the grandfather on rock. Oh. That's who he is right there.
But you know what, though? You know what? I can say that my high school team, we did get to travel. We went down to Cocoa Beach, Florida, Rockledge, Florida, to play in a basketball tournament at Rockledge High. And this was in 1996, or 1997.
Now, Sly, I hate to do this to you. Now, you know I'm very familiar with South Carolina, and I actually will be in Columbia for the state championship for football. What's this high school? Is it Dermo? Is it Irmo?
No.
Spring Valley?
First of all, it's the greatest high school
Ridgeview?
in the state of South Carolina.
Irmo?
The greatest. Those are all pretenders.
Lexington?
Those are all pretenders.
South Florence?
Pretenders.
What's this high school? Heathwood Hall?
Columbia High School.
Columbia High School, which is now what?
Defending state champion.
Which is now what? I know they done changed the name of it.
They are Columbia. They've always been Columbia High School.
Okay.
Since 1911, they've been Columbia High School.
Okay.
13-time state champions in women's basketball.
I thought you was going to say Pac-Man. There's a drive up, no good, and yet, I mean the state of Carolina now. That I'm not. See, I love the South Carolina state. I'm not gonna get on you.
Thank you, because we.
No, because you mean you state champs in South Carolina. They just now condensed. What did y'all have? 3 state champs in 3 classifications? That's what it used to be.
It was 2 state champs in 4A, our biggest classification.
Yeah, you know they don't do that no more, right?
Yeah,
you know that, right?
We moved to 5A. We
but
have
you
5A.
condensed it though. I like that.
We have 5A, and you have the 1 5A champion.
Yeah. Which is going to be a battle, man. That's some good stuff, man.
It will be
That's
a battle.
Fort Dorchester, though, I still think is the favorite over there.
But funny enough said, in the state of South Carolina, the #1 team in the state of South Carolina, regardless of rank, is Gray Collegiate. Gray Collegiate, and you will see Gray Collegiate on the SUV network. You'll see them at the Flying to the Hoop tournament.
Well, right here, Gray Collegiate, yeah, basketball-wise, they are. I was talking about Fort Dodge just the football. But either way, 62-46, Shiloh, a winner over Tucker in the final game in the nightcap here from the Jared Cook Tip-Off Classic. For our entire crew, producers Marcus and Lisa Burnett, Brandon Clay, who dropped by for a little while, Sylvester Williams, our camera people, is Tania Woodard, somewhere around here. I'm Joel Hillsman. Once again, final score, 62-46, Shiloh over Tucker, right here. Thank you for joining us on SUV TV.
Every